Newswatch18 Des Moines police arrest over 30 people this weekend, all of them in the same place.
A Cedar Rapids woman got into a car accident Saturday with a seasonal vegetable.
And the Iowa State Daily teamed up this weekend with Cyride to help those in need. All this and more tonight on Newswatch
18 with Ashley Beers, Michael Layton, Sports with Jen Hakey, and Weather with Nathan Gogo. Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newswatch 18. I'm Michael Layton.
And I'm Ashley Beers.
The Iowa State Patrol and Des Moines Police Department arrested 32 protesters in front of the Iowa State Capitol Sunday night. The group called Occupy Iowa is mimicking the protests on Wall Street, protesting what they see as unfair living conditions. After several warnings by police were ignored, 24 State Patrol and Des Moines police officers arrested the demonstrators. All 32 who were arrested were charged with trespassing. The protesters may show up again Monday night at the same location and other locations across Iowa.
Linn County Sheriff's Office said that 34-year-old Cassandra Chase of Cedar Rapids was driving south on I-380 on Saturday night when suddenly a pumpkin crashed through the windshield of her vehicle. Investigators say the pumpkin was dropped off the overpass on Hagerman Road between the Center Point and County Home Road exits on the highway. Chase was taken to the hospital after deputies arrived at the scene at 9:45 p.m.
The 9th annual Stuff the Bus charity event was held in Ames this past weekend. Alexis Eichscheid has the story.
Over the weekend, many Iowa State students sacrificed their time to help gather food donations at local grocery stores throughout Ames.
I work for the Iowa State Daily PR department, and we plan and implement the whole operation of Stuff the Bus. We recruited over 150 volunteers this year for manning the stores. And then we also had a team that did marketing and promotion, so they worked with radio stations, newspaper, TV, etc.
We're volunteering here today to hand out essentially lists of products people can donate to Mid-Iowa Community Action. I sent an email, asking everyone to volunteer, so I just said, yeah, I can give it my Fridays.
This year's Stuff the Bus goal is to simply gather more food and monetary donations than the previous year and keep stuffing every bus stationed at the various store locations.
We always want to stuff the buses that we have. Last year we had 4 buses and they were pretty much completely stuffed. And then we also made $2,000 in monetary donations for MICA. MICA stands for Mid-Iowa Community Action. It's a resource center here in Ames. They help needy families with getting food.
The volunteers enjoy getting together for a common cause and seeing the good that they can do when everyone works together.
It's going to be all kept within Story County, so essentially we're going to be able to, see the benefits, within the county.
I love working with our volunteers. It's always really nice. And then I also love dropping off the food at MICA to see all the different stores. You can see it piling up in the room, and it's really cool. And we take a picture at the end, and it's really nice to see how much we actually did.
For ISU TV, I'm Alexis Eichscheid.
The contributions earned from Stuff the Bus assist nearly 350 families in need throughout the Story County area each month.
Students have a chance to help those in need over their daily lunch break from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow through Thursday at the Panda Express and the MU. 20% of purchases will be donated to the Hope for Africa Fund. All students have to do is go to the Hope for Africa desk in the East Student Office space directly across from Panda Express. The Hope for Africa Club is a student-based branch of the main organization that helps build schools in Kenya.
As part of the Iowa Healthiest State campaign, students and faculty participated in a walk around campus.
Well, the governor has started the Iowa Healthiest State initiative, and what he wanted to do is he wanted to do a first step for the initiative, and so the Start Somewhere Walk is that first step that Iowa can take to becoming a healthier state. So all he did was he asked that everybody today during their noon hour walk 1 kilometer and start it off.
On Friday, hundreds of students and faculty took part in the Start Somewhere Walk over the noon hour. Governor Terry Branstad requested everybody walk 1 kilometer in hopes that Iowa can become the healthiest state. For more information about the Healthiest State initiative, visit www.iowahealthieststate.com. Participants walked around Central Campus Loop, and it only took 20 minutes to complete.
This week is Iowa State's College of Agriculture and Life Sciences Week, and the week-long activities kicked off today. Events range from lectures to luncheons and even a new Hewitt concert on Wednesday night. Tomorrow's list of events are a luncheon and popcorn sales on Central Campus from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. A lecture by Margaret Catley Carlson called New Worlds of Water is in room 1204 of Kildee Hall at noon. At 5 p.m., U.S. Secretary of Agriculture Tom Vilsack will be speaking in the South Ballroom of the Memorial Union.
So, Jen, how are things in sports?
Well, Mike, this weekend showed us the good and the bad of Cyclone sports. We'll talk about that and more after the break. You're watching Newswatch.
Turning a 20-foot wall into a canvas takes vision. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
In Iowa, learn more at knowhowtogoiowa.org.
Today, we gather to recognize the selfless decision of one of the most influential women of our time. The woman who, after having one too many drinks, chose not to drive home buzzed. Here today to honor Rachel is the family whose lives she spared.
Is your money keeping you up at night? You can sleep a lot easier when it's in bank accounts insured by the FDIC. In more than 75 years, no one has ever lost a penny of insured deposits. That's a lot safer than under your mattress. Visit Edie the Estimator at myfdicinsurance.gov. Then you can sleep well.
Welcome back to Newswatch. I'm Jen Hickey with sports. Penalties and turnovers once again plagued Iowa State in their loss to 25th-ranked Baylor on Saturday. For the second consecutive week, the Cyclones faced a ranked opponent with a chance of jumping into the top 25. The Cyclones opened the game with a 14-7 lead, but with 2 turnovers and 7 penalties, the Cyclones were unable to keep up with the Bears' attack. Baylor packed up more than 600 yards in their 49-point effort, led by 200 yards by Terrence Ganaway. Senior wide receiver Darius Money Reynolds contributed to Iowa State's cause with a career-high 178 yards. The Iowa State Cyclones have made their way to the top of the Big 12 with a victory over number 21 Oklahoma.
Honestly, I mean, Oklahoma's the kind of team that, you saw in the first game. You feel like you got it, and then all of a sudden they get going, and now you find that you're tied at 23. So, I think teams like that, you can never assume or take it for granted that you got it in the bag. Until you got that key point, you gotta stay focused.
Iowa State got on top quick and won the first 2 sets 25-23 and 25-17. Oklahoma made a charge in the third game with a 25-22 score, but Iowa State was able to finish the Sooners off in the fourth with a 25-19 advantage. Carly Jensen posted her second straight double-double with 14 kills and 14 digs. Jamie Straub added 14 kills and 3 block assists. For a breakdown of the game and a preview of Saturday's match, tune into Cyclones Insiders tomorrow at 8:30 right here on ISU TV. The volleyball team's next contest is Saturday at 6:30 against Baylor in the annual Dig Pink match. And an Iowa State volleyball player has earned the honor of Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week for the second time this season. Sophomore Kristen Hahn had 23 digs against Kansas State and 25 against Oklahoma State to help the Cyclones take first place in the conference. Hahn is averaging a league best of 5 points, 4 digs per set of Big 12 opponents. And Baylor continued victories over the Cyclones not only on the football field, but on the soccer field as well. The Iowa State women's soccer team fell to the Bears 2-0, dropping the team to 6-7 and 1 for the season and 0-4 in the Big 12. Although scoreless throughout the game, Cyclones standouts Jennifer Dominguez, and Emily Halick, and Mary McLaughlin had shots on goals early in the second half. Freshman goalie Andrea Swanson had 6 saves in the match, but the Bears outshot the Cyclones, resulting in a Baylor win. Iowa State returns to the field this Friday to take on the Sooners in Oklahoma at 7 p.m. And the Big 12 is on the verge of a new edition after a year of turmoil, losing Texas A&M, Nebraska, and Colorado since 2010. TCU is expected to accept the invitation put forth by Big 12 leaders to leave the Big East Conference for the Big 12 this evening. The defending Rose Bowl champions will have the chance to face former rivals from the Southwest Conference, which disbanded in 1996. But joining the Big 12 will come as a cost to the Horned Frogs, as a $5 million price tag comes with leaving the Big East. TCU is expected to officially join the Big 12 Conference for the 2010-2011 school year. And that's all we have for sports. Now we'll go ahead and toss it over to the weather desk with Sam.
Well, folks, if you went outside today, you saw rain for the first time in a couple weeks. And stay tuned to Newswatch to find out whether that's going to continue in the forecast. This is Newswatch18.
So, you're looking for help with your mortgage. Worried about foreclosure? Messy stuff. We're a mortgage rescue company. We can help you keep your house. All we ask for in return is that you submit to our plans for galactic domination. We're not so different, you and I. Sign.
Yeah, this is not what we...
Have you met my henchman, Radu?
Nice to meet you.
Radu.
We're just we'll see you later.
If you're facing foreclosure, make sure you're talking to the right people. Speak with HUD-approved housing counselors free of charge at 888-995-HOPE.
For more simple ways to fight the flu, visit www.flu.gov.
Welcome back, everybody, to Newswatch 18. I'm meteorologist Sam Schreier bringing you your Iowa weather for this week. Now, like I said earlier, rain finally back in the forecast for those of you who are outside today. We haven't seen that around a while. Let's take a look at what conditions are going to be like tonight into tomorrow morning. Midnight tonight, we're going to see conditions 60 degrees with some clouds again hanging out in the sky tonight. Tomorrow morning, those clouds are going to stick around for a nice 6 a.m. temperature of 56. And then as we head into the afternoon, we're going to hit 77, so a little bit cooler than what we've been seeing the past couple days. Again, well above average for this time of year, 80s, 70s still, especially. We should be down in the 60s or lower. Partially cloudy skies again tomorrow with a little bit of south wind, 8 to 10 miles per hour. Our current conditions right now, cloudy in Ames right now. Again, we're starting to dip down compared to what we've used to been seeing, 62 degrees with a nice west-southwest wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. So it's actually very gorgeous conditions outside, very pallid and just plain right now. Our current conditions around the state, partially cloudy pretty much all over the state with temperatures at 73 in Storm Lake, 72 in Clarinda. Ames is at about 70 or 69 or so. Pella is 75 degrees, Waterloo in the 70s. Again, those temperatures are falling throughout the state as we head into later tonight. Our current temperatures kind of is the gist throughout the state. Again, mid-70s through the state and 80s. Tomorrow, that's going to continue to fall again as we move into tomorrow's weekday forecast. Our forecast for tonight, 54 degrees is going to be our low. Slight chance of showers, and those may pop up again Wednesday, but actually partly cloudy skies and just a nice, beautiful night tonight if we get those showers to move on out of the area. Tomorrow, our forecast, mostly sunny with our high of 79 degrees, wind south 5 to 10 miles per hour. Again, it's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow. Now we take a look at our extended forecast. That rain could pop in Wednesday again with a temp of 71. And then as we move through the rest of our week, we've got partially sunny skies Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with our temps starting to slide back towards normal with 67-degree temperatures, 63 Friday. And as we move into the weekend, 66 for Saturday. Now that's all for weather. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Sam. Students had the chance to make some four-legged friends Friday and Saturday on Central Campus. Sigma Lambda Gamma sorority received a large turnout for their second annual Rent a Puppy fundraiser. Students paid $10 for 30 minutes with a pup and could buy treats at an additional cost. The dogs visiting from a local animal shelter were all smiles as they abandoned their cages. Proceeds benefited both the shelter and the sorority. Eddie Olson has the full story tomorrow on Newswatch. And that's it for this edition of Newswatch 18. Thanks for tuning in.
Come on back tomorrow night at 8 for more news, sports, and weather.